Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Eloise. So I pulled out an oldie, but I think a goodie. To be fair, I think it created a really pretty eye look. Is it neutral? Yes. Does it fit the theme of the palette? Uh huh. Yeah. But at the same time, I didn't take it as deep as this theme could go. Just so you know, because I'm not really into that. But I've been on this kick with Urban Decay on them discontinuing. Like, they only have, like, on Sephora and Ulta, like, two or three palettes. Like, what is going on over there? And maybe they're not concentrating on eyeshadows anymore. I don't know. But what I will say is that I've noticed from other people talking to when I first got into makeup again to now, even, they seem to have been before their time. And what I mean by that now is that their color palettes I think would fit perfectly now. When they first came out, they were big because of they were palettes, you know what I mean? And a lot of people had singles. Now though, it's like their color stories would really go. And where they have discontinued and they have been gone for so long, I mean at least 2 to 3 years now, at least they've discontinued these palettes. Bringing them out again, maybe even reformulate them. I'm not really for sure on that one because I have mixed feelings, but maybe even reformulate them, I think would be a big win. But today we're going to be doing the Naked Urban Decay Smokey. Did y'all get this one? Now, let me be honest with you. I, well, first off, you can see that I haven't really played with this. And the reason you can see that is A, the shadows aren't messed up, but B, I still have this. So let me start off by saying, by the time I got into makeup, I didn't go the how most people did because I was older when I first got back into makeup. You know what I mean? I mean, when I was younger at drugstore. You know what I mean? And then I kind of missed the MAC era. Like, I didn't have any MAC shadows younger or anything. I do now, but again, years later. But with Urban Decay, I wasn't in it when they first launched. So I basically bought almost all of my Urban Decay palettes when they said they were discontinuing them, to be fair. So I would say I was probably just starting back out into makeup, to be fair. But let's get started and we'll talk. The first shade we're going to go into, first I used the shade 13 to slightly set. It's like an off-white, but I set my primer. Then we're going to go into Combust, which is this shade right here. But I was getting into makeup probably as they were discontinuing most of their palettes. So it was a nice brand to get into to start out with for sure. Like, their formulas still are easy to use. But at the same time, now playing with so many different formulas, I can say they're nothing special. You know what I mean? This color story here, the Smokey, I mean, I can think of ColourPop has something like this. Natasha Denona. I mean, Makeup by Mario. Like, there's a ton of palettes that you could create looks from using their palettes. You know what I mean? So it's nothing like revolutionary. Now, at the time, when this was launched, there wasn't that many cool palettes. So I will say that for that, it was, special. But also, again, didn't really play with it that much. Urban Decay, because I kind of jumped from Urban Decay to Tarte and Too Faced, and then, from up. But starting out, I thought these were good shadows to work with because they're just easy to use, basically. There's nothing, it's almost foolproof in a way. If you put too much on, you can blend it away. And I know that doesn't sound good. But it is what it is. We're going to go into password. because like you don't want your shadows to blend away, you know what I mean? But at the same time, when you're first starting out in makeup or even getting back into it, you don't know what you're doing, you know? So for that reason, it's like I think it is good that it kind of did that in a way. Now, granted, there's only so much it is going to blend away. Obviously, I can't sit here and go like this with this color and it's going to disappear. It's not. It's going to, show. But it will blend really nicely. Let's just say that. But my thing with it is that as time changed, Urban Decay didn't. So I'm hoping, because I would love to see these palettes in a more sophisticated formula, in a way, come back out. And I think they would sell so good, especially after being gone for all these years. And I know I say that because, like, I don't have the original Naked palette, you know? And I so want it that that's why I'm partially saying that. We're going to take Whiskey and build up the outer corner. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. But at the same time, I do truly think that it would be good for them to come back out with these palettes. I really do. Because cool tones are kind of all the rage. And I do think that every line should have staples. I get having, limited edition things. I understand that too. But, I'd like to have staples at the same time. And like, yeah, they still have the Naked 3, the big palette of the Naked 3. I only seen the mini of the Naked 2. I didn't see the bigger palette of that. And the Reloaded palette I seen still available. So I feel like if they did come back out with these palettes and stuff, it would give them staples again of shadows. And I don't feel like they'd have to do too much. Their mattes are pretty good the way they are, to be fair, especially for beginners or anybody that just wants to do a very quick, easy look, because they just blend so easily. But I would say that their metallic shades and satin shades maybe, ump them up. And if they did that, I feel like it would make all the difference. We're going to go back into Password, and I'm going to run it under the lower lash line. And I think it would bring people back to the brand. And I know they've been, concentrating on like face products, basically concealers and foundations and blushes and all that, which is good. You want a full rounded brand. And I know their eyeliners still get a lot of love. Their 24-hour, whatever it is, glide eyeliners, I don't know. I know they still get a lot of love, but they used to get a lot of love for their eyeshadow palettes. And I know that it's switched hands, the brand sold and all that good stuff, but I don't know. I kind of just would like to see them come back out because this particular eyeshadow palette I like a lot. Because if, like me, you're scared of dark colors, number one. This is just easy to use. It really is. And to be fair, getting back into makeup, it was nice to start with these because they were so easy to use that when I did mess up, it was easy to correct, but it didn't look like you messed up in a way. We're going to go into Radar now, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to pick it up and we're going to lay it on the lid. And, I know that their market, maybe they see something I'm not seeing. But I feel like even reminiscing, like, people would rebuy these palettes if they relaunched them just to reminisce in the good old days type of thing, you know? But I do think that they would need to up their game on their formula for sure. Like, I feel like that's a guarantee. But I don't think they need to do it. Like, it's not like it's that awful of a formula that they would have to do much. I mean, Tarte did it. Too Faced hasn't yet, but Tarte has. And I've really enjoyed their palettes since they've done that. We're going to take High, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to, yeah, I picked it up. I was like, did it even come off? Yeah. And I'm going to put it in the inner corner. And again, is this look anything special? No, not really. But at the same time, I kind of wonder, maybe it is because this was really easy to create. Number one, we're going to go into Black Market, which is this dark color right here, this black, and I'm going to line the top lash line and lower lash line. Look was really easy to create, and it's really pretty. So, I mean, it depends on what your definition of special is, because to me, that's special. Is it unique? No, it's not that. Almost every brand pretty much has a palette kind of like this. But it also doesn't mean that it's easy to use. And I will say, I am impressed on how easy it was to use these darker shades. And not once that I feel like I am uncomfortable, like scared I'm going to mess up, because they just blended so easily. Like, even if I went in with a little bit of a heavier hand, I wasn't really scared, if that makes sense. And of course I'm using my Rephr brush to line. And all these palettes are all-in-one palettes for me. It goes light to dark. All these Naked palettes do. Okay, I'm going to take that same shade, Password, and just run it under the lower lash line again. We're going to take Tarte Fake Awake for the waterline. I was going to use one of the Urban Decay liners, but I couldn't find where I put mine. I know, right? I mean, generally all of my liners are sitting right here in a spinny thing, but I couldn't find them. I don't know if my kids took off with them or what, but that's where we're at. For lips, I'm wearing the Natasha Denona, the My Dream lip in Natasha, the lip liner, the lipstick, and the lip gloss. For bronzer, I am wearing the Too Faced Golden Cocoa. For blush and highlighter, I went in with, what did I go in with? Oh, my Bridgerton. I went in with this because I wanted a pink cheek, so I went in with Nymphet and Venus Nectar. So that's Venus Nectar, and then that's Nymphet, and that's what I'm wearing on the cheek. For foundation, I'm actually using the it's a little bit dark for me, to be fair, but it's the Dewy and Smooth Maybelline Fit Me. in the shades 210 Sandy Beige. And then for concealer, I'm wearing, I don't know. How do I not know what concealer I'm wearing? I do know. What did I put on? We're going to use the Gucci mascara for the top lashes. Hold on here. Oh, the Too Faced. That was it. Concealer. Whoa. I'm going to drop the mirror. And I went with more length in this look than volume, because I just thought it would look better. But I also think you could use brown mascara or black with this look, just depending on, you know, what you want it to do. I was going to go really smoky, like use the black and all, but I didn't think I could pull that off, to be fair. So I didn't go that route. I went as dark as I could and still feel comfortable. But I do think that it looks really pretty. But did you all ever get this palette? Do you still have it? You know, mine still smells good. It's still performing well. Actually, all of my Tarte and my Urban Decay is. Most of my Too Faced is performing pretty good. I noticed some aren't, but I'm curious on if it's because of the way, like, my Too Faced is over here beside me, but my Tarte, Urban Decay, NARS, MAC, all of those are over on that side, and I'm wondering if storage is the reason maybe why they're different. I don't know. I'm not for sure. Or if it's because I've not opened these as much as I have others, maybe too. Well, no, I opened my Tarte because I do like it. Like, I love that formula, the newer formula. But again, like I said, I do feel like this look is missing a little you know what I mean? A little oomph. In which case, you could definitely pull out the Urban Decay shadows, the Moon Dust, to give you that oomph if you have it. I think by combining the palette with those, and even if it's a single, like, it makes all the difference in the look. Like, I really did enjoy the look that I created with the Born to Run look once I added that little bit of oomph. You know what I mean? I really did like it. Now, am I going to do it with this look? No. This one produces just enough. I mean, just enough. It's nothing spectacular, like I said, but it does produce enough for me for the day to be okay with it, you know, because it's not, I don't want it to be too much of a in your face where it is supposed to be more smokier, you know. It's supposed to be more darker and stuff like that. But overall, like, I think this look is so pretty. And it turned out so, so good. And again, the packaging to this is so pretty. The color story, like grays, blues, blacks, like, it's got a nice ratio. I don't know, there's just something about these that I do like. I wish they would come back out with them in a better formulation for the satin metallic shades, but at the same time, like I said, I feel like as a beginner that's what I needed, though. But it depends on what they're looking for, and to me, Urban Decay kind of is a beginner friendly brand, because when I walk into, like, my Sephora or something, it's right there. It's like one of the, you know, it's like Clinique and then this, unless it's changed. It's been a while since I've been there. Or not Sephora, but Ulta. Did I say Sephora? Whatever. Anyway, it's one of the very first brands, you know, on that side. So I feel like people that are new, and they gravitate that away, that's the first, you know, I don't know. Let me know. What do you all think about Urban Decay anymore? I'm just curious because, like, I kind of like to see them come back. And not that they haven't released shadow palettes, because they have, but bring their old ones back to life. I guess breathe a new breath of fresh air into them. That's it. Breath of fresh air. Bring them back with a breath of fresh air. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I'll let you all go though. I really enjoyed playing with this palette. I really like getting out my older palettes and reusing them just to see where they were, even within a brand, like what they started with to where they are now, or like with Urban Decay, what it started with to all the other brands, all the other formulas, and where they are now, like where the industry's at as a whole. But at the end of the day, it is great for beginners. I will say that. So that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Stay safe. Bye.